Hey, real quick before we dive into the Hardcore Closer podcast, if you haven't already, jump over to hardcorecloser.com, sign up, and join over 20,000 sales professionals from around the world and receive free hardcore sales training every week after week that will help you step your game up. Now, buckle up, closers. Here's Ryan. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Hardcore Closer podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Stewman, founder, CEO, chief blogger, master salesperson, and everything else over at hardcorecloser.com. And listen, this podcast is dedicated to helping you close more deals. And look, it doesn't matter if you're selling cars, you're selling home, you're selling financial services, you're selling consulting, personal coaching, training, whatever you're selling, funnel consultants, right? Whatever you're selling out there, listen, I'm dedicated, and this podcast is dedicated to helping you generate better leads, increase your closing ratios, and show you how to charge premium fees for the items that you sell. Like, it's not break free like escape from jail. It's break free, like break away from getting fucking low paid shit, get break free from dealing with shit that's free shit, right? Like break away from that. So what we're going to do here on this episode is, you know what? We're going to talk about, well, here's the thing. Last episode, we talked about what makes you look desperate. And so this episode, we're going to talk about some ways that you can do for free when you're desperate so that you don't appear desperate to generate some more sales. It's basically 5 free ways you can generate more sales now. So it's going to be like a continuation from the last one, because the last one I wanted to help you not look like you were desperate. But before we get into the show, I need you to review the show, right? We need to take over iTunes. We're not going to get to number 1 if you don't fucking help us. There you have it. That's it. I've said it. There it is. We're not going to take over iTunes business if you don't help us by giving us reviews. And again, I'll bribe you. If you review us on iTunes, send me a tweet and let me know that you reviewed me on iTunes. I'll verify it. I'll DM you. It goes down in the DM. I will DM you a digital copy of my Hardcore Closer book, right? So all you got to do, review us on iTunes, tweet it out that you reviewed us, tag at Hardcore Closer. We know that you reviewed it. I'll send you in the DM. I'll follow you. If you'll accept my follow request, I'll DM you the link to where you can read the book. You'll love it, dude. It's fucking awesome. I know that I wrote it, and you're not supposed to say that about your own shit, but I mean, why would I have not written it if I didn't think it was awesome? That doesn't make any sense. So tomorrow's 420, Robert.
Oh, is it already, huh? 4/20/2016. Yep. What do you got planned? Big day at the Stewman house, huh?
Yeah, I heard that they had to cancel the 420 concert there in Colorado and Denver that they do every year because there was a blizzard. Ain't that some shit?
Damn. And this time of year, too. Well, I guess
that's Mother Nature striking back for all the fucking plants we have set on fire.
Could be.
Could be, man. So it would have been a lot cooler if we were doing this podcast on 420, but I wanted to take the day off.
Oh, really? You taking a day off?
Yeah, just kind of enjoy fruits of my labor. And then, next week, I'm going to go on vacation to Cancun. So we won't be recording shows next week, man.
Well, luckily, we got a lot in the can. By the time that they listen to this, 420 is you'll be back from vacation, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? The thing about vacation, before we get into content, the show me let's let everybody into the personal world for a minute here. I love what I do for a living. Man, I fucking love it. You can hear it in my voice. You can see it in my step. Man, I love this shit, dude. I love the sales community. I love sales people. I love them, man. The attitude, the alpha males, the alpha females, the people that talk shit, the agitators, the no-give-a-fuckers, man. I love you fuckers, right? And Amy asked me to go on vacation in January, right? Hey, honey, we need to go on a vacation. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And so to me, I'm traveling around speaking in San Diego. I go to Boise. I go to, East Coast, West Coast, up, down, sideways. I've been fucking everywhere, right? And I always, as a kid, I never traveled, man. I didn't get in my first airplane until I was 23 years old, right? And then I didn't get in my second airplane until I was 30, I think, 28, right? And so I didn't even go to California until I was 28. That was my second plane ride. So it was weird, right? And I'm not used to this. So every time I get in an airplane, I always think I'm traveling, right? This is me, it's a vacation. Even though I was at ClickFunnels working my ass off for 3 days, it still seemed like a vacation. I never saw the beach, didn't do anything. It seemed that way. And Amy pointed out, she said, listen, it's been two years since you've taken a vacation. You realize that, right? And I'm like, no, I vacation all the time. She's like, yeah, right. We didn't do shit in San Diego. When we went to Phoenix last time on vacation, we go over to Scottsdale, and then you end up working with a bunch of people when we were there. She's like, it's time you take a vacation. I'm taking your phone away. And the reason why I tell you that story is, A, that's nice of her, right? Oh, how nice of her to book us a trip, right? How romantic. Those of you who know me know I'm like the least romantic person there is. As a matter of fact, in our sales chat, because Amy's my business manager, they call her Gators Girl, because like the other guys, remember when Will Ferrell was married to Eva Mendes, he was like all rude to her and everything, and he's like, how is your ugly ass? Like rude to her. It was like Mark Wahlberg was like stumped. Well, Patrick calls her Gators Girl, right? It's just funny. But anyway, that's just how we roll over here. But anyway, the reason why I say that is like I love this community and what I do so much that I didn't even think I needed a vacation, you know? Like that's how much my heart's into this shit that I didn't even realize I wasn't taking vacations, because even when I'm doing something like working at funnel hacking or going to Utah like I did last week and everything else, man, that shit's fun to me and it seemed like a vacation, man. So I just want to put that out there, let you guys know I really appreciate the support, and this is really why I do this shit so much to the point that I didn't even realize it had been almost 2 years since I'd actually taken a vacation. Like we're talking like a weekend off or anything, man. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, man.
Oh, by the way, what's up, Robert?
What up, bro? What up? Yeah, that's it's good to recharge, man. It's been a while for me too, but I'm the same way. I travel a lot for work, and it kind of seems like it's kind of like the illusion thereof, when in fact it's you're usually working harder at these type of events than you are when you're back in your office. You know what I mean? So it's it can be definitely confusing, I guess you could say.
Yeah, man. And I hate airlines, right? I like, I don't think I've ever met a smart person in the airlines, right? Like you talk to the pilots, they're like, doop-de-doo. You talk to the what do they call them? Stewardess, and they're like, hello, have a great day. Like, they yell at you when you turn the light on. They want you to move your seat up. It's like the TSA people don't know what they're doing, right? So it's like frustrating as shit when you go through an airport. I mean, I've been trying to get on the private jet kick, like to where I get like a net jet thing for forever, but I can't get nobody. I've called 3 places. I can't get nobody to call me back. They must know I don't make enough money or some shit, but I don't know. They give me a shot. I can hustle for it. I don't know how much it costs. I'm sure I can make it happen. I think it's only like $3,600 an hour. I got that shit. You motherfuckers just need to call me and close me and take my goddamn phone number or my credit card number. But anyway, I've tried to get a NetJets rental with 3 different places, and like seriously, no contacts back. So, I don't like traveling. So, the fact that I go do this stuff and go through traveling just shows how much I like it. So, all right, man, let's get into the show. 5 free ways to generate sales now. So here's what you're going to do. Number 1, you're going to mail your existing prospect list. And you say, well, I don't have a prospect list. Yes, you do. Go to LinkedIn, go to your contacts or connections, as they call them over there. Export all those motherfuckers. It'll pull out all their email addresses, copy all those email addresses, post them into Outlook under the BCC thing, and send them a letter letting them know what you do for a living, letting them know why you're doing it for a living, letting them know what they can benefit from what it is that you do for a living, and then a call to action telling them what you want them to do next. It's that simple, right? You have the ability to email your existing list. It's that simple, right? If you say you don't have a list, you've got LinkedIn connections. Right? You can actually message all your LinkedIn connections to their email from there too, but people get annoyed with that. It's better to send it directly from you. Number 2 thing that you can do when it comes to mailing your place is you can go through Yahoo and you can export your Facebook contacts. We know that by our metrics over here at Hardcore Closer, that about 7 to 10% of all people on average see our Facebook posts. So if you export, and you get about same thing, about a 10 to 20% open rate on emails. So if you export all of Facebook's emails, maybe you can hit 20 to 40% of the marketplace, because you got different people opening an email on a regular basis than go over on Facebook. So you can export contacts from your social media sites is what I'm telling you. Plus you've already got people that you've talked to in the past. You've got a family, you've got referrals. And listen, man, the family's probably not going to be the people that are going to be the ones that give you business in desperate times, right? Let's just be real. But these prospects will, these connections from LinkedIn will. You just got to get in front of them. Number 2 thing that you can do is call past clients and ask for referrals, but don't sound desperate. Like the last episode we talked about 5 things that made you look desperate for sale. Don't do that. Don't call them unannounced. Send them a text message. Ask them how things are going. Call them unannounced. Fine. Ask them how things are going. Ask them if they enjoy what it is that you sold them. Ask them how things are. Go and look on their Facebook page before you call them and see if they've been at the zoo. See if they've done something with their kids. See if they've checked in at a nice restaurant. Like, do your research on them first and then call and say, hey, just want to make sure that you're happy with the car that we sold you. I saw them the other day on your Facebook page that you were at the zoo too. That looked like it was a lot of fun. Glad to see you and the family are putting the car to good use, loading everybody up in there. And by the way, motherfucker, do you have anybody you can send me that will also write me a check and give me a commission, right? right? Like you go ahead straight into that at that point, but build that bonding and that trust and, you know, the subliminal pitch. And by the way, if you know anybody, send them my way. Number 3, call clients of salespeople who no longer work with you. Man, this is gold, you guys. Like, listen, the 1% of us are closers, right? 1% of us. There's 156 million salespeople on the planet, and that like label themselves professionally as a salesperson. 1% of those people are closers, right? So that means that 99% of the leads, 99% of the people that receive those leads, and 99% of the leads of the people that receive those leads that no longer work with you are not closers. And if you're a closer, you can go behind them and pick up the fucking trash that they didn't know was gold, right? It's like they were picking up like big old hunks of carbon, and they didn't realize that if you just wipe it off a little bit, you just work on it a little bit, all of a sudden you got a big ass diamond worth millions, right? They ain't closers, or they'd still be there making money as a closer. But if you know you're a closer, you call those old leads. Those are fucking gold. Even if somebody's murdered the lead, right? They're pissed off, they're mad, I'll never buy from you. Those are the perfect ones. You handle the heat. They love you for life, man. The key is, if you don't have any business, you can't mail no contacts, and you got every other damn excuse, then start calling people that have been fired before. Ask the manager, hey, give me some old leads, people that have been fired. Give me Bubba's portfolio, right? The other thing is networking. The next one, number 4, networking through social media. Listen, the days of driving to a meeting, wasting gas. Listen, if you need free ways to get business, then obviously you don't have a lot of extra gas money, a lot of lunch money, a lot of like networking money, man, and that's a big waste of time. Go inside a Facebook group. Right? I've got Sales Talk with Sales Pro group. There's 18,000 people in that group. If I need to put a message out to that group, if somebody has a question for that group, if somebody wants to start a conversation in that group, man, they got a whole bunch of people right there at one spot. You can't fit 18,000 people to any networking opportunity from meetme.com or Meetup or whatever the hell that site is. You know, reaching out to people on Facebook. We have a system that we call the Lucky 7 method. I'll share it to you podcast listeners today. Every day of the week, 31 days in a month, 93 moves a month. What you do is you go and you comment on one person's post per day on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You comment on somebody's video on YouTube. You send somebody a private message, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, right? Instagram if you want. Then you also, you make sure that you send somebody a private message, comment on their post, and then post on somebody's wall, right? On LinkedIn, you can give a recommendation. But if you've got 100 friends on Facebook, you'll contact 93 of them in a month if you'll just hit 3 people per day for 31 days in their inbox, on their wall, and leave a comment on one of their posts. That builds affinity. That's like SEO for Facebook. For those of you who don't know what that is, that gets you in front of them. It gets you talking to them. But don't just be like, buy my shit. What you need to say to them is like, hey, I saw you were at the zoo, just like I used in the previous example. Hey, I saw that you were at this restaurant. Hey, I saw that you used the tool that I sent you. Hey, I want to check and see how things are. Build that bond with them. Don't always be selling, but always be closing. But you got to do that shit subliminally on social media. Number 5, last one, reach out to referral sources, right? I told you to call your past clients and ask for referrals. This is different, right? These are people, like if you're a loan officer, reach out to real estate agents, offer them some value. Hey, I can get some leads for you. Hey, I can do this for you. Hey, I can offer you this. If I could, would you? If I could, would you? Right? The other thing is referral sources. Like if you sell cars, who's a good referral source? Insurance agents, right? Because when motherfuckers crash their cars and make an insurance claim, they need a new one. What's another good referral source? Mechanics, right? Because when shit gets bad. What's another good referral source? Discount tire, right? Because when people can't afford $700 worth of tire, they can drive that bad boy down there, skip a month's payment, buy a car from you. Right? When I sold cars, that's how I looked at things. When I looked at mortgages, it's like, who's a referral source? Investor network directors. Those are awesome. Like, you know, they have those like REITs, like Real Estate Insider Trust and stuff like that they meet up and all these things. Right? I was like, okay, who else? CPAs, right? Because they know people that need to refinance their properties. Financial advisors, divorce attorneys, because they know people that need to refinance and sell properties. And I started reaching out to them and asking them, hey, what can I do for you to get you some business enough to where you would want to give me your business and trust me? Most of you already know referral sources. You just don't have any value to add, so you're scared to reach out to them. Stop that shit. So let me recap real quick. 5 things, 5 free ways you can generate sales right now. Call past clients, ask for referrals, call clients of salespeople who no longer work with you, network through social media, reach out through referral sources, and then email your existing prospect list. We talked about getting that from LinkedIn, Facebook, and pretty much Google, pretty much all your social media sites. So here's the thing. go over to iTunes, give us a rating, right? We prefer 5 stars. As soon as you do that, tweet out that you reviewed us, and I'll be more than happy to, on Twitter, @HardcoreCloser, make sure you tag me. And I'll be more than happy to shoot you a digital copy of your book, of my latest book, Hardcore Closer. That's not my latest book. Damn it, I just botched that whole damn thing up, right? I'm going to send you a digital copy of this book, my first book, Hardcore Closer, to your DM, right? Real simple. Last but not least, go over to clixo.com, CLYXO.com/closer. Connect with me on all of social media. And while you're there, sign up for Clixo, man. It's free. It's awesome. I own it. You're going to absolutely love it. Saves you a bunch of time. Add the shit to your business cards. Add the shit to not only your business cards, your websites. Like, dude, there's so many things that Clixo does, and we're up to about 2,000, 2,500 users right now. So it's starting to grow. It's starting to catch on. I'm starting to talk about it in colleges. I'm really pushing it, and you're going to absolutely love it. We have an app in the App Store, so you can review this podcast and then hop over to the App Store and download the Clixo app as well. But it's got great SEO capability. I could talk about how awesome it is. I'm still working on my pitch with this thing, to be honest with you, because I'm so fucking excited about what the future of Clixo is, man. I've got people already offering me millions of dollars for partnerships in this thing. It's like mind blowing, and I'm still like too damn stubborn to make that move yet, but I know that it's coming. So sign up. You can be ahead of the revolution. Like, imagine if you were like, dude, I was on Facebook 2003. This is like that shit for Clixo. I'm not comparing my shit to Facebook. Come on, right? Like, but maybe it is. You don't fucking know, but you might as well sign up because it could be the chance. So clixo.com/closer. What's up, Robert?
I don't think it's a bad idea to even put it on a business card. If a business card's part of your business still, right? You still put it on there because it takes away having to have the listing the networks and your username, right? So that's
it, man.
Yeah, it's good, man.
And we're adding Facebook pages. So you can have your Facebook profile, then your fan page profile as well. And then we're also adding Blab to it as well. So, we're adding other channels. We got another one coming. I forget what the name of it was. It isn't one that I use on a regular basis, like Meet Me or something like that. So, but the thing is, we're adding to it, right? We're getting more integrations. We're growing this thing. We're starting to do everything that we need, and won't be long. We'll be scaling this with a marketing team, and we'll be moving to Austin, Texas, being all weird, and voting Democrat and shit.
And when he says free, he really means that there's no like upsell in there or anything. At least not right at this moment, right? And it's just pure.
No, yeah. So here's my plan with this, right? Like, this is the Bernie Sanders of social media, right? It's fucking all free. No, but like in all reality, it's free, and in the future, we'll have ad platforms that there'll be promoted profiles, right? So if someone's searching for, let's say someone's searching for a sales trainer, and that person's named like Grant Cardone, right? Then if I wanted to compare if I was targeting his audience, I would pop up as a suggestion as well. It's like, oh, Hardcore Closer, what's that? Right? So we'll do that kind of stuff in the future, man. But that's really years down the road.
So it's going to be a social platform that hosts the people's social platforms.
Yeah, I mean, think of Google being a search engine for information, right, on the internet. Like, and think of Clixo being a search engine for social media profiles. So, when you get on the
not
landing
just
page
social media, because you got blog, you can hook your blog up there, and I mean podcasts too, right? So I mean it's just media.
Yeah, and my end goal is same like Google. You have promoted posts at the top of the SEO, right? The yellow, the top ads or whatever, and then you have all your organic results. That'll probably be something similar for Click. So why? Hey, man, if it ain't broke, and Alphabet, Google, whatever you want to call them, dude, they're making billions of dollars, right? So they obviously got the model down. We'll just do what Russell Brunson says and quote unquote model and hack
That's it, right?
their system. Yep. That's it.
That's how stars are born.
That's it, man.
All right, man, let's put a bow on this thing, bro.
That's it, everybody. Hey, if you're listening to this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're on the hardcorecloser.com site, make sure you share this. And with that, we're out of here.